Welcome back, everybody. This is 1 month later. If you're listening on the podcast and you probably just heard Matt's amazing new intro, thank you so much for that. Um, you know, we are going to be talking about WandaVision episode 3 today. I was going to say we are going to talk about like the negatives and the positives, but honestly, there's not that many negatives to talk about for this episode. And then if we have a little bit more time at the end, we're going to go over the possible theories that we said last time. So if you weren't here last time or you haven't listened to it last time, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, hopefully pretty soon, and Google Podcast, Apple, all that stuff. And I think there's a stream here on Twitch as well.
One thing that I gotta when we're talking about Robert Downey Jr. coming in as Iron Man, one thing I learned with Disney, especially with The Mandalorian, they're happy to bring out the big stocks for their shows. Like when they brought in Luke Skywalker, I think they're not scared to bring people onto these TV shows and do big reveals on the TV shows that you would expect to be in the movies.
Right.
So that's one thing I'll.
Because you know what? They're now trying to milk us for everything we're worth because they want you to buy Disney Plus. They want you to pay for it. And if you're like, I'm not buying Disney Plus, like I don't need it. I'm just gonna watch the movies. And then everyone's gonna be talking, hey, Iron Man's in WandaVision. You're gonna be
like,
question is,
the shows played separate times, or do any of them lap over each other, or are they all different separate times?
We don't know right now.
We don't know because this is the only one that's out right now.
Yeah, but when this will finish and then Winter Soldier starts, there's no shows that run. You know how Arrow and Flash have shows running at the same time,
in the same universe, in the same timeline. Yeah.
So,
we don't know.
You might be able to get like a call like on Falcon and Captain America, like, yo, Wanda's bugging out, and they're like fighting somebody they can't get. So that's the reference to WandaVision.
As far as we know, WandaVision's happening after the last movie.
Yeah,
so
it did.
So obviously Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to happen after that movie. So as far as we know at this moment, because this is the only show that's out, they're both happening in the same time, but we don't know because this is the only show that we've seen so far. Because the other shows aren't really canon.
Hawkeye and
No, that have been released already.
Oh yeah.
Like the Marvel shows that are already out.
Like the Shield wasn't
Runaways and all those Sony shows and
It's gonna be WandaVision, and then Winter Soldier and Falcon is gonna be the episode that I'm trying to break into WandaVision. AIM and Hydra are protecting them, so they trying to break.
No, because this finishes well and truly before Winter Soldier starts, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think isn't the next show Loki?
It's not Falcon, Winter Soldier and Falcon.
I thought it was Winter Soldier and Falcon.
It is Winter Soldier and Falcon. Yeah.
March, right? And then Loki
was the end of the year, I think.
March. Now, I don't know if they're happening at the exact same time, concurrently, but they're all definitely after Endgame. Because
are they just one season?
Loki's gonna pop up in one WandaVision episode, like pop in and pop out real quick, because he's just popping in everywhere. I mean, I don't know, I'd like it.
He's like, oh, sorry, wrong turn.
Like down the street, like just a portal, and he's looking around, you see some horns, and back in a portal.
Well, you know what? Actually, Loki is, the beginning of the show, it's actually gonna be before Endgame, but that's just because it's going to start off with the Loki that ended up taking possession of the cube during Endgame when the Avengers go back in time.
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to start off with 2010 Loki.
Yeah, when the door opens and slams Iron Man, and it's the Hulk, and the thing slides in front of him, and he looks down, grabs it, and falls backwards into the cube.
Exactly. So
he ends up in Egypt, it looks like. He goes back in time into Egypt.
Yeah, so the Loki show is gonna be him jumping through different time periods.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson is Time Patrol, basically.
Yeah, dude. I'm so excited for that.
Right.
But Winter Soldier and Falcon and Hawkeye and the Hawkeye and Kate Bishop show, those all take place after Endgame, just like WandaVision does.
And I'm sure we'll see a timeline where they can kind of match up,
Yeah.
And then She-Hulk's a show, right?
She-Hulk is gonna be a show. I still don't know when. Well, I mean,
And Moon Knight too, right?
Moon
Yeah,
Knight.
Moon Knight's been announced. Yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for Moon Knight. Oh man.
Really excited for Moon Knight. I'm really excited for She-Hulk. However they do that is, I hope they lead. You know, everyone's gonna say like Galactus, and that's gonna be the next storyline, like the big thing. Like it's gonna be Mephisto, and that's gonna lead into Galactus, and I really hope we get a Planet Hulk storyline.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That'd be
Back on
sick.
that planet, back on the original planet of the Thor movie, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, if you guys, you know, we already kind of had that, but like, if like, I thought that was like them using that was really like hurt me because then like all the potential of doing.
Yeah, because he's supposed
An
to be a
actual
prophet
Planet
for the
Hulk?
planet,
But
right?
you know what? They could mix it around with everything that's going on in this show and everything. We know that you can mix the storylines around and use different characters and stuff. They could do it that he left his son, like he had a son there and he didn't know about it, and Scar does World War Hulk.
Right. And they
Like
need
his
like
son
Hulk's blood or
comes to
something.
Earth,
Right,
angry
right.
that his father left and they left the planet like that, and is after Hulk and Thor.
And I
If
mean,
Thor's not there, Thor's in space, and then there's no one there to stop him. Like that would be crazy.
but they never really explored the full core of the planet as well. Like we don't know if his blood heals the planet and stuff like that. So all those stories can still be attributed to it too.
Yeah.
Like you said, like how
But
is
like,
it gonna go
you know what
back?
I'm thinking? What I'm thinking is that it's all gonna happen without Hulk being on the planet. So like he left, and then they found out that his blood that he left there was growing plants and shit, and like all this stuff happens without him there. And his son grows up, and his mother dies, and his son grows up angry that they left. And as the
I
planet,
always
like,
liked World War Hulk.
dude, that was a great storyline. And World War Hulk and Planet Hulk were great. And the fact that World War Hulk was awesome because it happened during the initiative. So you got all these new characters, and like the world is still trying to figure out how superheroes are going to work again. So like it was easy for him to come in and throw shit around because no one was like ready to go.
They killed the animated show on the Planet Hulk one. It's killer. Like that little hour and a half.
Yes, the
movie.
little movie. That's good. They've done that so many times, but one of them it's Beta Ray Bill and not Thor, right?
Yeah, which is better, kind of.
And the
yeah.
movie uses Thor. The animated movie uses Beta Ray Bill, but the comics used Silver Surfer.
Right, he's stuck on there. He's stuck on a planet, and it's a savage surfer. Right, he's all like he uses his board as a shield.
So all
That
of this,
would be a
all of
great way
this
to
is
introduce Galactus. Actually,
all
they would
this
go
is
to,
great.
were to go like but this phase is all Mephisto fucking things up, and they're all like at the end of the phase they're all like weak and like no one's like really together. They're all scatterbrained. There's no like consistent Avengers team, and then. Scar's fighting Silver Surfer on this planet and gets pissed off when Silver Surfer tells him like they're all back on Earth.
This is the
And
main
he fucking
thing.
takes his army and he goes there.
The main
and
thing
tries
that you
to
gotta
fuck shit
learn
up.
about comic book nerds is that once you get any nerd riled up on a subject, it's just gonna be hard to get them to stop. Stop. Well, we gotta bring it back. We gotta bring it back to WandaVision.
Say Manny in the corner. I'm like, quick, Manny, turn your mic up.
No, I do love all
Everything
of
is
this.
Mephisto.
Yeah, right. No, I love all of this, but we do have to bring it kind of back to WandaVision.
Yes, sir.
But I think that we pretty much covered WandaVision.
Yeah,
honestly.
we did.
Like,
Excellent.
5 out of 5. Dude, I gotta say, 5 out of 5 for me on this one. 10 out of 10 for this one. I
Yeah.
may be in the minority, but this was a phenomenal episode.
Hey, Carlos, we know it's
7
10 out of 10 for you. We're not asking for your score. You know it's 10.
I give it a 9.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
7.
7?
7.
Matt, better score. Because last week I think that Matt was like hovering around a 5.
I was like a 5 last week, so it's gone up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but a
I was like a
7.
3 or 4.
But a
No,
7.
Matt at first was like,
But you can't do that because then if you have it, you know, I mean, you can't just go straight to it. You know, it's going to slowly build up.
But a 7
What's
tells
the
me that
10
you were
episode
bored.
going to be, literally?
That's
It
what I
better
mean. If
be-
you give it a 10 out of 10 now, so what do you say next week if it's a better
It
show?
better be Mephisto, Galactus, and everybody for 10 for 10.
If next week's good, I might say 7.5, 7.6, you know?
what I love is that at first Matt was like, you know what, 3, 4, this is garbage. And then we convinced him for a 5. And this week it was a natural 7. So it's progress.
This week was, like I said, it made sense this week. It made, like, they should have released the first 3 episodes instead of the first 2, and I think they would have got a better feedback from a lot of people.
Imagine if they only released the first episode.
Oh, if they were
Oh my god, no.
Here.
It didn't test well. I'm telling you, it probably didn't test well.
The last 3
At least
episodes,
it
mate, is all I'm
100%.
waiting for. The last
Last
3
thing-
episodes, 10, 10, 10. You what?
Last thing for me on this is that I think that once all of the episodes are released and you're able to rewatch the show from beginning
Does
to
it make more sense?
it's gonna be that, but overall I think that it's gonna be an extremely well received and well put together show.
It's going to end up being like a 2.5 hour, 3 hours, even more like a proper movie time, because they all go for 25 minutes episodes anyway. This is what it feels like. I'm watching it, it finishes. You know, like you got that annoying person.
21
watching
minutes.
like,
It's
pause and
21
then
minutes.
Toilet break. That's what it feels like. You've
You
got to
know what?
stop it every
That's-
time it gets good.
That's actually a
21
negative right
minutes.
there. That's a negative right there. There's the credits are 8 minutes long. Like, man, why?
Oh
That's
my
8 minutes
God.
of content. Come on now. Like,
Do the credits wait for a post.
Hey guys, come on. We gotta credit the people that made it happen.
make a whole show of just credits.
It's
All
$50
right.
million worth.
You
No.
know what I'm saying? They about to shut the whole thing down if they don't let that 8 minutes play of credits.
But honestly,
It's really
a
8 minutes of
7,
credits.
a 7 out of 10. 7 implies that you were bored at least for a little bit of it.
7's better than average.
I don't know, man. You should give it an 8.
He said 7's better than average.
Go up, man. Go up to 8. Go up to
Hey,
8.
1 is shit, 5 is average, 10 is great.
Oh, you can go negative. You can go negative.
No, you don't do negatives, can't do
You can go negative.
Fuck, last week's a -4.
No, man.
And this
Yeah,
week's a
I'm gonna go with a 9 out of 10. I can't say any negatives, so it was pleasant. It was good pacing, so it's just setting up for something bigger. We just have to be patient. I know when you're reading a good comic book, you want more. Like, hey,
Yeah.
let's settle down, let's relax, let's just wait for the good stuff. It's coming. Watch, it's coming.
So, wise words.
Hello, what was
Wise
your
words.
thoughts last week though? You weren't here last week. What did you give last week's score?
Last week I would say 8 out of 10, only because it was like too slow and that comedy was too cheesy for me. But I get it. It's that time frame. So yeah, 7.5. And it was black and white. I'm spoiled. I like my color.
That's true. All right. Any final thoughts on this?
You know what rates as a 10 out of 10?
All
Oh, dude.
right. On that note, we're gonna end it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Really
Thank you, guys.
appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
Give me 1 second
Thanks,
here.
everyone.
We have YouTube, we have Twitch here, the podcast. Please listen on all of those. Other than that, have a spectacular day, right? Other than the
Yes,
rest
sir.
of the day.